Now that we have the goals for our site set, we need to worry about the design now. And you can see that I've made some modifications to the platform theme that we were looking at earlier. Let's look at those changes now. I've uploaded a custom header image to reflect our new site. I have put in my Twitter username for the Twitter integration that Platform offers and saved it. I've also come down to the layout editor and set my default layout to 2 sidebars on the right hand side. So now let's look at design control, and we'll change a few colors. The body background color I'm not going to change. The body background color is actually a bit unintuitive, because you would think that the body background would be this white behind everything. But in fact, the body background color represents this black down here behind the content frame. Think of all this white as in its own segregated box that's controlled by its own code. That box sits on top of the rest of the page, which you don't see unless you scroll down to the bottom, where the footer section lets it be shown. So we want to leave that as black. The page background color is what we're talking about when we want to change the color that's white here, the background that's white here. So let's change this to how about that color there? And we'll leave we'll change the border color to a slightly lighter version of our brown up here. We don't want a background image. Background images are generally irritating and makes the site too busy. There are exceptions, but we don't want to use a background image for this site. And we're going to leave the text colors normal, the link colors as blue, and we're going to leave all the other colors as they are. So we'll save that, and we'll look at our site again. We want to make sure that, see, our changes have turned our site quite ugly. So we're going to change back and change that back as well. So we tried something, it didn't work, and we reverted. Just to make sure that looks fine. Okay, let's move on to the next section. Typography. Now, I'm not a big fan of Georgia, but I am a big fan of Calibri. So we're going to use Calibri for the text headers, Calibri for the primary font, and also Calibri for secondary font. If we use Typekit, we could put any font from Typekit we wanted here. We could use the Typekit script that it gives us, and that would allow us to use any font that is available on Typekit, which has thousands and thousands of fonts for us to use. However, we're not too concerned with that, so we'll just save our settings and move on to header and navigation. We want to display the blog RSS icon. We want to display our Twitter profile. And that is all we want to do on this screen. So we'll go back. And that is all we'll do for this video. We'll continue this in the next video.